So this is an end of an era, everybody. The last SmackDown Live that will be airing on Tuesday nights. Because next week, SmackDown makes the big move to Fox starting next Friday night. It's going to be a huge show, everybody, so I'm sure everybody will be watching. Let's get right into SmackDown. Oh, hold up. They're going out of their way to portray him as a bitch. Have they made Bray's other victims look worse than Rollins? I'm telling you, they're trying to sabotage the guy on top so when he fails, they can go to Roman and they'll say there's no one else better than Seth. And there's no one else better, and Seth just didn't work. They're not trying at all with Rollins outside the wins. The lines and stories he's given are terrible and half-assed, and they go out of their way to embarrass him weekly. First with the Becky shit, now this crap with the Fiend. If they were doing this to my favorite, I would be livid. I can't argue that. I agree with a lot of the stuff he says, Dave. What about you?
Yeah, I mean Becky is being booked way better than Seth right now.
Yeah. Ali
And
is
even
gonna
if she
take
loses,
is Ali's. All it's gonna take for Bryan to go face is to start slow, simple yes chants. Yeah, yeah.
well, tonight he did kind of do the whole. Do you want me and Roman to kick their ass? Give me yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. All right, so let's get to SmackDown Live. Where we did see Rowan open up the show tonight, which was kind of different. Rowan talks about how Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan knows he's right and does the SmackDown locker room, which is why they're afraid of him. Rowan goes on, tries to talk more, and that's when we get Daniel Bryan interrupting him. Bryan walks down to the ring and says, "If you want respect, Rowan, fight me now." And that's what we got. We had the ref jump right into the ring, so we had Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan open up SmackDown Live tonight. Of course, Luke Harper ends up getting involved, and it's on 2-on-1 for a little bit. And, of course, Roman Reigns comes down and saves the day. And later on during the night, it's announced that we'll get Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns taking on Harper and Rowan at Hell in a Cell. So props to Dave for predicting that. Your thoughts, Dave, of the opening match, and are you looking forward to the Hell in a Cell tag match between these four gentlemen?
You know, I think it'll be a good match. I'm really curious now that he said that. I don't remember who said it, but about does Bryan kind of turn on Roman and they just continue, I guess, this feud even more, going further even more. But yeah, I could definitely see this whole thing turning. Either Bryan, the dream team of Reigns and Bryan, beat the evil Harper and Rowan. Or sorry, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, they got their names back. I forgot.
That's right.
Luke Harper and Eric Rowan beat the evil Empire. Or does Daniel Bryan and the Planet's family take out Roman Reigns?
What would you rather have happen?
Honestly, I love a good swerve, bro. It's a swerve, bro. I love a good swerve, bro.
And
I can't do Russo.
I've been saying that this has been a swerve the whole time, and I still feel like it's going to be a swerve. I still think Daniel Bryan is part of this.
That spot, though, looked really bad when Bryan got his foot caught in the rope.
Mm.
I mean, I was like, man, I hope he didn't mess up his ankle right there. I mean, because
he seemed okay after the match, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I would love it to go either way, so I don't mind if they want to do something. I know you even tweeted out, "Watch out, Revival! Your next tag team champions, Bryan and Reigns."
Yep. I would not be surprised if we see that end up happening. Yes, I'd rather it be a trap to beat down Roman. Yeah, I agree. Have Daniel Bryan and Roman feud, man. That'd be a great feud on SmackDown. So yeah, that was that. We also had on SmackDown, Chad Gable comes out and cuts a promo, and we have Mike Kanellis interrupt, and he tries to do some more short jokes. This didn't play out very well on TV.
Then they did some dick jokes.
And Chad Gable defeats Mike Kanellis in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, it was a quick match, or should I say a short match?
Yes, very, very short match. We also had an interview with Kofi Kingston, a sit-down interview with Kofi Kingston with Michael Cole. Cole
That's
asks
lame.
about Lesnar's challenge and why he accepted. Kofi talks about he's promised to be a fighting champion, and this is just another chapter of that. Kofi doesn't know what Lesnar will do in the ring, like always, but he feels like he is at his top. He is at the top of his own game. He goes on and says he's defeated some of the best in the WWE, and he feels good about the match with Lesnar. Kofi admits he always feels the pressure, and he knows that SmackDown Fox premiere is a big deal. Kofi says he's not ready to give up the title yet, and he will walk out of the Fox premiere as the WWE champion. What did you think of that, Dave?
I think there was a missed opportunity here. You know what I was expecting to happen, but it didn't? I was expecting Michael Cole to be sitting there talking to Kofi, and Paul Heyman walk in and says, Michael Cole, can you please leave? And then Paul Heyman cuts one of those promos where he makes it more like real Kofi. Brock is going to destroy you. Are you even prepared? You know, one of those classic Heyman promos where he's just playing up Brock Lesnar, and Kofi's just been this joke of a champion. That's what he'll say. I'm not saying he's a joke as a champion, but I'm just saying that's what he would portray it as and make it look like really real type thing.
Okay.
But I would have liked to see something like that with Heyman stepping in and getting his face and getting really personal with him. But yeah, I mean, it was one of those generic promos with Michael Cole. I mean, to me, it didn't really stand out at all.
Oh yeah, the Elias song. That was, I actually enjoyed that Elias song. I actually agree with you. That would have been. I would have liked that if Paul Heyman would have just said, "Hey, get out of here," and just sat down and try to intimidate Kofi Kingston for the big match next Friday night. Yeah, that's. Are you still looking forward to that? And what did you think of the new graphic for the for the stuff on Fox? I like it, man. It looks really nice.
Yeah. It seems. I don't want to compare the two, but it has a very real feel to it, like a UFC.
Big time feel
like
to me.
When you would get the graphics for this Saturday night on UFC on Fox, you get some of those like graphics. That's what it kind of reminded me of, and I like it. Kofi and Brock Lesnar. I mean, I know they're gonna play it up like hell all that night and all next week. Brock Lesnar's first time wrestling on
Richie,
TV.
for popping by.
Never,
a great one, dude.
15 years and all that. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be something they're gonna play up like crazy.
Thanks, Richie. Have a great and safe night at work, brother. Thanks for those bits and stopping by and hanging out with us for a little bit.
So that match is next Friday too. I didn't know that. I must have missed that. Where it's Sasha and Bayley versus Becky and Charlotte on SmackDown next week. I didn't see that. Okay.
Tony, for Saturday, I might do it if you don't have time, but a little package of the best moments from SmackDown on Tuesday. WWE most likely will do a top 10 video. Yep, and on it before Saturday, but that video will try and put over Becky or some bullshit, I am not the computer savvy guy, Marion Watson. If you are able to do that and you post it somewhere, I will do it on the show. I will gladly do that. If you want to pick up highlights of top 10 moments, but I was going to do probably going to have a top 10, like you said. WWE will put out a top 10. And I was going to ask Dave some of his favorite SmackDown moments as well. So we'll get into
tonight.
Tomorrow on Saturday.
We'll
get deep into that on Saturday as well. I hope it's not a swerve because that would make Harper and Rowan lackeys again instead of them coming on their own. Okay, yeah, that's a
fair point.
That's a good one. I like that one. Did the show look different to anyone else? Like they just said, like just the way the guys in the crowd is moving and everything. I heard a lot of laters, Bill. Thank you for joining us, buddy. Appreciate the bits, man. Always appreciate when you pop by and drop the bits and hang out with us and interact. Thanks, Bill. Hope you have a great weekend or a great week. Excuse me. I heard a lot of people saying they were using new cameras tonight. I didn't notice it, but it did have a different feel to it. They're getting ready for that next move onto Fox. I'm excited, man. I'm very, very much looking forward to next Friday night. I was
expecting some of the set to get broken tonight, but I guess it didn't.
I've been enjoying Rowan. He's one of those that need more creative control. Oh, okay. Oh, I like what they're doing with Rowan. I just hope they continue it and don't just kind of squash it after a couple of weeks.
Honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this about Rowan. Is that Rowan, I feel, or Eric Rowan, I feel right now is a more intimidating and believable big man monster than Braun Strowman.
Yep. Because to me, Braun sucks on the microphone. Rowan is not that bad. Rowan can actually hold his own. Thank you for the gifted sub to Bobaruski. Appreciate that, Jimbo. Thank you. Rowan is still looking like a lackey, excuse me, because Big Bad Luke is back doing his dirty work. There you go.
No, I think Luke's looking more like the lackey because Rowan's out there having the matches, and here comes Luke to help him win.
Okay.
So I think Rowan's not saying he's a lackey to Rowan, but it feels like they're letting Rowan be the lead guy, and his buddy Harper's just helping him.
What was that, Ted? I made EY tone and date. What are you talking about, Ted? Bryan already making Rowan more relevant than he ever has been before, and shall carry him to the best match of his career. Bryan easily the greatest thing in WWE and the wrestling world, Mr. AEW says.
Wow.
What is going on?
Surprised he didn't say Cody Rhodes is the best thing in the world.
Braun Strowman seems stupid. Typical big guy. Kick him in the legs, you know the deal. While Rowan seems smart, like he keeps thinking of ways to hurt you throughout the match.
They had a great classic big man, little man matchup. And it wasn't one of those matches, oh man, this is boring, there's no high spot. Because it really wasn't.
Saying
it was just
if you're a monster, you don't need help. That's a good point too. That's also
that's not true either. Maybe it is. I don't think he needed help, but it's more of the thing where they're trying to set this tag match up.
Right.
Yeah,
it was all storyline written. We got you. So let's move